All right.
Moving along.
I've got another one from Am I the Asshole?
Mm-hmm.
This one was 6 months ago, 7,000 upvotes. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter's teacher that she is being fucking stupid? Hi, Reddit. I really lost my cool yesterday, and I'm feeling really shitty about it, so I thought I'd check in with the internet for some clarity. My 11-year-old daughter is in 6th grade this year, and she's been working really hard in math. She has gotten over 80% in every class test so far, with sheer blood, sweat, and tears. She never used to be particularly good at school or exams. She's, of course, an amazing kid in a million ways, but really struggles with math and other subjects as well. Her math teacher has a pin board where she posts the names of 2 kids that have worked the hardest that week. She gives those kids a small reward, like a chocolate bar or something. I thought this was a good idea because it motivates the kids who struggle with math. My daughter came crying a few weeks ago about how she's never gotten picked as the week's hard worker. I asked her, how does the teacher pick these people? And she says she doesn't really know, but it's usually kids who don't do great on tests. If they showed a little improvement, then they go on the board. It seems really unfair to the kids who had worked hard and scored well, like my daughter. Yesterday, we had the first parent-teacher meeting of the year, and I brought this up to the math teacher. She basically said that my daughter does well only because she is naturally talented. So she only wants to give the reward to the hard workers who actually put in an effort for every mark. I just blew up on her. I yelled at her, and I called her a fucking idiot. And that she has no idea how much my daughter studies, even though she's in the 6th grade, for fuck's sakes. Yeah. I said it's really unfair to obviously favor kids who don't get the good grades. I feel guilty for making a scene, and also, is the teacher right here? I might be a little biased because I'm not a teacher and my daughter is involved, but am I the asshole here?
I don't think that this was a case where saying you're a fucking moron is warranted.
Right?
Like
a little overreaction, buddy.
It's definitely an overreaction to say the least.
You're definitely on the asshole for your outbursts.
Yeah.
You're on the right track, I feel like, with your feelings.
Yeah, I also see where the teacher is coming from, though.
I do.
I don't think the teacher should have said, like, she's naturally gifted. She doesn't work as hard.
Well, that's what the teacher thinks. The teacher doesn't know how much she's been studying at home. So from the teacher's perspective, she's like, that's just a smart kid over there.
Yeah, she doesn't see any improvement, but that doesn't mean that behind the scenes she's not working hard to always get those grades.
Exactly. She's like, that's the smart kid. She doesn't need any encouragement because she's already doing it. This slacker Timmy kid over here, he's a fucking idiot. He needs to pick up his math grades. So here's a little chocolate bar. Maybe he'll work a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But you got to find a balance.
Yeah, there does have to be a balance.
You have to let every kid be the hard worker. Unless there's one kid who's just slacking, never try. Even the kids who are extra smart, you need to give them recognition once in a while, or else they're not going to want to do it in the future, and they're going to be sour like this kid is.
Yeah.
Like you gotta give them a little reward every once in a while. Maybe you need to evenly rotate these rewards with choose timing. You can't have a reward system in the class and then have a kid who never gets it. That's just unfair.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, no matter what you're trying to achieve with it, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You need to rotate through and be like, oh, I've seen, like, you've been doing so good for months and stuff like that. Like, good job on being consistent. Mm-hmm. It's time for your reward. Oh, Timmy over there, I seen the extra work you put in from last week. Okay, now you get the reward this week and stuff like that. After he got the reward, then you go to the good kids. You got to keep encouraging the good kids to do good work.
Exactly. Otherwise, they're not going to be encouraged to continue to keep up their good work.
Exactly. Like, the teacher had good intentions with this.
Yeah.
But she fell a little short by neglecting the people who are doing good.
Yeah. And I think it's just an honest mistake. I don't think
absolutely.
Like she was malicious.
Nope. I agree with that.
Yeah. So what's the overall vote?
Oh, the overall vote is asshole.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Top comment. You're the asshole. You're right. The teacher doesn't know how hard your daughter works. It's completely reasonable to be frustrated by this and by the weird system of arbitrary reward that is borderline shaming. But you're also a grown-up and nobody is in actual danger. Don't yell or curse at anyone, especially teachers who already have it super hard and are under terrible conditions.
Yeah. I
would say, like, daughter comes home crying, tells you how it is. You have a conversation with the teacher and just be like, hey, listen, like, I just want to ask about, how don't ask your kid how they're getting the rewards. Ask the teacher, hey, how are you handing out these rewards and stuff? And the teacher's gonna be like, oh, I'm handing out to the people where I see a big improvement. I'd be like, okay, well, you know, my daughter, she feels a little bit left out. You know, this is the reality of the situation. You know, she works her butt off studying. I have her studying for an extra 3 hours, you know, every night of the week and stuff like that. I'm like, do you think maybe, you know, you could choose her as the reward in the future so that she feels some recognition for the hard work that she's putting in at home? Have that conversation with the teacher. Then if the teacher refuses to do it, then maybe a freak out is warranted.
Yeah.
But first step would be having that conversation with the teacher and letting her know how hard your daughter is working.
Just talk to them like a mature adult.
Exactly,
like,
mature adult.
There's no need to use that language.
If you have that conversation with the teacher and then the teacher, it's still not like still being biased and not showing any reward to that kid because she's whatever, then go have another conversation with her boss. But never at any point are you never, no matter what the situation is, are you ever warranted for raising your voice, yelling and swearing at somebody. That is just unnecessary and childish behavior. If you have an issue, you communicate. You can't fix that, you go to their boss. You can't fix that, you go to the board. You can't fix that, get your kid in a different school. But never at any point do you have the rights to verbally abuse somebody.
Yeah, in any industry.
In any industry or any situation, you never have a right to verbally abuse somebody like that.
Yeah.
There is an edit. It says, okay, I was out of line. I'll apologize to the teacher straight away. Thanks, y'all. Another edit. The school year is almost over where I live. Almost all the kids have gotten recognized multiple times, except for a few who consistently score well. And my daughter failed her standardized math test in 5th grade and went to summer school for math classes to pass and enter 6th grade. So yes, she struggled. The teacher just didn't know that.
Yeah.
But if you're a teacher and you're going to be doing this kind of thing, you have to at least have every kid recognized once. You can't allow anybody to be sitting out.
Yeah. Exactly.
You have to be fair to all your students. I understand it's a good idea and stuff like that, but if you're going to do it, you got to be fair. These kids, 6th grade, they don't understand. Like, just because someone's naturally gifted and smart at math, even outside of this daughter's situation and stuff, she's just going to be hurt and let down when she never gets her reward. Yeah. You know what? Maybe she gets once everybody else has had a reward, now it's her time to get a reward, being like, you've done so good this whole time and stuff like that. Yeah. Gotta rotate through.
Yeah, exactly. You would be a great teacher.
I think I would be a good teacher. Honestly, I don't know. I like working with kids. I feel like I could be a good teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks.
Okay.
But like, I feel like whenever I'm at like work and I have to like train somebody, I feel like I'm a good trainer too.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I always like break it down. I'm always like a good.
I know you do.
I have
Even
a
with
good
me,
way of like training people to
stuff.
do things, right?
Yeah.
Teaching you to do things.
You're calm. You know how to explain things. Like, you're not like those crazy dads that, you know, like that like make their kids cry because they're in a 3rd grade math class and they're not understanding their math homework, right? And they're getting upset that they don't understand.
I feel like I know how to work with somebody and like have them take over and do it at their pace and stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Good job.
Thank you.